Lexus presents tennis on Sky Sports.
Right, so we have to talk about Jack Draper getting to a first Grand Slam semi-final. Tim Henman alongside me, who has been to 6 Grand Slam semi-finals. This is really quite exceptional for Jack Draper to be doing this, I suppose, so quickly in his career, considering how difficult it has been for him over the last couple of years.
Yeah, it's been very special. I think his performances so far, and you know, he's certainly not the youngest, but I think when you reflect on the journey that he's had, some of the bumps in the road, the injuries, to see him come out and you know, make his first Grand Slam quarterfinal, and then to come out against de Minaur today and really dominate proceedings, very impressive. He's cool, calm, and collected. His game is firing on all cylinders. So you know, fingers crossed he can keep going.
Yeah, just a little bit more on that match against Alex de Minaur, the world number 10. He didn't want to talk too much after the match about whether he was slightly injured or anything like that, but whether he was or wasn't, Draper knew exactly what to do to make sure that he could win that match, didn't he?
Yeah, and I think you've got to add into the equation that it was his first time, Jack's first time out on the Arthur Ashe Stadium court. It's the biggest court in our sport, and the way that he just looks so comfortable from the word go. Got the first set under his belt, 6-3. In the second set, he had opportunities to really, you know, run away with it. And when he didn't do that, then you felt that there was some adversity to deal with. And he didn't panic. He was down 4-5, played a really strong service game, and then broke to go up 6-5 and served it out. And I think it's that maturity that has been most impressive. We've known that Jack's got a big game and looking so comfortable from the back of the court, but the way he controlled his emotions and, you know, just ran away with it in the third, and there was no let-up, was very, very impressive.
What did you think of the celebration at the end of the match? Because it's obviously a big deal to get to a semi-final, the final four of a Grand Slam, but it also looked a little bit like he feels he can go further, perhaps.
Yeah, definitely there was a celebration, and rightly so. You know, it's a hell of an achievement to, you know, come into this tournament and be through to the final four, but there very much was the feeling that Jack wants more, and just having seen him after the match, and he's done a whole host of interviews, including Sky Sports, and he's very humble, he's very grounded, he's not getting ahead of himself, he's enjoying this journey, and yeah, I think he believes that he can keep winning.
How difficult is it to manage that side of things? You've been through it, particularly the first time. He's done every interview that was requested of him. He spent a lot of time with the media. There'll be other commitments with sponsorship and various things. The fans all want to get an autograph, and he's signed an awful lot of those. How do you mentally and emotionally make sure you're not exhausted by the end of today?
Oh, and you know, he's been here a long time. You know, came in after Cincinnati, so the whole practice week, and then, you know, he's now played 5 matches and deep into the second week. So you've got to control those demands, but they're also responsibilities. You know, he's getting paid, you know, a lot of money now in these tournaments and from his sponsors. But I think he's, you know, he is humble. He's got a good team around him. He's got you know, good values, and so I think he's taking it in stride. And when you've put in all the hard work and you've come through that journey of playing, you know, in front of 2 men and a dog, and now you're out on Ashe, you've got to enjoy it, and that will, you know, motivate him to keep working even harder in the future, irrespective of the results, you know, coming up in the next few days.
Who are the team around him? Because he wanted to have a solid team of people that he's known for a long time. I know you were chatting to his trainer, Will Herbert, as well. Just give us a bit of a background as to who these people are that have got him through to this stage.
Yeah, and there are sort of 3 pieces to that equation. You've got, you know, a physio and fitness trainer and the tennis coach, and that's where I think, you know, James Trotman has been the common denominator there. He's been around for quite some time. You look at the way that Jack's game has developed, you know, it's been impressive. There isn't really any weaknesses. There are a lot of strengths, and there are strengths that can still improve, and I think that's what's exciting. I don't think that Jack has, you know, in any way maxed out. I think even in this tournament, you look at his first serve percentage in the first set of his last 3 matches, it's been below 50%. He's got to be looking to get that up above 60%, but physically, technically, mentally, you know, he's in a great place, and long may that continue.
Do you think that's him building into a match and just taking a bit of time to get used to all of these experiences and surroundings in that first set, those statistics?
No, and you can't just sort of build your way in. Against the best players, they'll take advantage of that. So, you know, when we've seen Jack's overall first serve percentage, it gets up to about 60%. But, you know, if it starts at 60%, and it improves, then he'll end up serving at 70%. And he's only lost his serve 3 times in this tournament, but that's where he'll be even harder to break. And when you're holding serve comfortably, it really gives you the opportunity to be even more aggressive on your opponent's serve.
You can hear from all of the winners on day 10 at the US Open on the Sky Sports Tennis podcast. You also get the thoughts of Tim Henman.